The views and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the hosts and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff and management of WWDB TV.
Welcome everybody to Doing It with Stiles, and I have a classical show for you today. My guest today is Mr. Arturo Ochoa, Hal Weller, Gema Aguirre. Did I pronounce that right? No? Would you tell me how to pronounce it?
Gema Aguirre.
Okay, Gema. Okay. Then he spelled it wrong. And Sabdy, right?
No, it's Sabdy, not Zabdy.
With an S.
Yes.
S-A-B-D-Y.
Yes.
I just have a lisp because I'm old.
Okay.
Okay. All right. And where are you guys from? Art, why don't you tell us who you have with us here today and why and what you're doing about it?
Well, it's a pleasure to be here. We have a foundation called the Foundation to Assist Young Musicians. It was started by this gentleman right next to me, Mr. Hal Weller. Now, this foundation is totally dedicated to music and to young people, to giving young people the opportunity to engage in music at a young age. We target primarily a low-income community because we find that these are the children that, while they may have ability and talent, often they don't have opportunity. So Mr. Weller started this foundation, and I'm just happy to be a part of it.
How long has, and what is it, FAYM?
FAYM.
And that stands for what again?
Foundation to Assist Young Musicians.
Very good. And how long have you been in existence?
It's FAYM misspelled.
It seems?
No, it's FAYM misspelled.
Oh, FAYM misspelled.
Yes.
Okay, I get it. So that's what inspired you?
That's right. That's right. I never could spell.
Yeah, okay. So you figure if you couldn't spell, you might at
That's
least
right.
play some
May as
music
well.
or teach somebody else?
Exactly so.
Cool.
Yep.
So, and I read that there are 3 steps to fame. Can you explain what this means?
Yes, actually, opportunities for youngsters. Our Violins for Kids program is that phase. The second phase are scholarships for high school and college age students up to the age 26.
Wow.
And the third phase is career assistance for those who are looking for a place in the music profession.
Wow. Can you tell everybody a little bit about Hal Weller and what your background is?
Oh gosh, I was a stick waver for 45 years before I retired, conductor of orchestras in Ohio, Virginia, New Mexico, Arizona, and then finally Las Vegas. I came to Las Vegas. Actually, I started coming here in 1994 to conduct Nutcracker ballets with the Nevada Ballet Theater. And then I met a wonderful couple who happened to own the Lady Luck Casino, Susan and Andy Tompkins. And we started talking about forming an orchestra, which we did in July 4th, 1998, and we called it the Las Vegas Philharmonic.
I remember it.
Yes.
Are they still in existence?
Oh, and this is their 20th season.
Cool.
Yes.
And where might we be able to hear them?
Well, you can hear them regularly at the Smith Center.
Okay.
A beautiful place.
Cool. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Art, how about you? Tell us a little bit about your background and how you got hooked into this.
Well, if you go back several years, when I was in high school, I wanted to be a surgeon. And I went to talk to my counselor, who looked at all my scores, my grades, which were exceptional. I was an AB student, number 13 in my class of 560. But my counselor advised that I study to be a mechanic. And I wanted to be a surgeon. So I thanked him, walked out of his office, and never went back to high school. So I am a high school dropout that eventually got married, had 2 children, was working in a copper mine, and decided there was more to life than driving a dump truck in a copper mine. So with the assistance of my wife, I went and got my GED, and once I got my certificate, I was able to go to college in Arizona, University of Arizona, and I got a degree in education because I was so motivated by what happened to me, I wanted to make sure that other kids did not fall into the same rut that I fell into, bad counseling, bad advice. So I became an educator. So I started teaching and eventually worked my way up into a principalship of elementary schools. And that's where I fell in love with music. I had a large grant for after-school programs, and we started a violin program with kindergarten children, kindergarten age. And Mr. Weller was at that time conducting the Philharmonic. He found out about us, and he would come over and watch all of our recitals and concerts. It was the most amazing thing to see someone with such a wonderful, extensive musical background come and look at our little kids play. So it really made a big impact on me. Eventually, my kids, my students, were able to play at the 4th of July concert up in Summerlin, the patriotic 4th of July concert. So it was my privilege to watch my students front and center with the Philharmonic behind them.
Wow.
It was,
what prompted you to go see these kids playing?
Well, it's always been an interest of mine. Our two sons learned violin, the Suzuki method, and I've always prized young kids who are kitty cats and they're just learning a new skill and they're doing it so well. And he had lots of kitty cats in his program.
Cool. Art, can you tell us a little bit about the Violins for Kids program that you have?
Well, we started this 8 years ago. We started with 14 students. We target low-income communities, Title I school areas. And we started, our first year we were actually at Sunrise Acres Elementary. Our second year we moved to the East Las Vegas Community Center and were able to start drawing children from other schools in the similar communities, Title I schools. So at this point, we started with 14 kids. At this point, we have 140 students.
Wow.
And we have how many schools, Hal?
51 schools are represented from southern Nevada. Yes.
How is your program funded? Where do you get your money from?
Generous people.
Really?
People,
so it's all from donations?
Yeah, people who believe in the cause.
Right.
And they've been very, very generous. And we don't make a big issue out of it. One of my goals in making FAYM a nonprofit was to wipe out the upper echelon, that the expense that so many nonprofits have in paying their CEO and paying their facilities, their phone bills.
Right.
We have none of that, and so many of our services are donated, volunteered. Our accounting services, our web design, all of that is volunteer. So if somebody gives a dollar to FAYM, 99% and 99 cents of that dollar is going to go to the cause.
Wow. So that to benefit the kids, and they're the ones that really get the. So where do you get your violins from?
Go ahead.
Well, we're very fortunate. A few years back, I made contact with a gentleman who is a luthier, which that's a professional that repairs stringed instruments.
And he's called a what? A luthier?
Luthier. Mm-hmm.
Okay, not a Lutheran.
No, not a Lutheran. Although he could be a Lutheran luthier.
He could be a Lutheran luthier, yeah.
That would be interesting. But anyway, his name is Juan Soto. He has a business here in Las Vegas now. It's called Soto Violins. And this gentleman, out of the kindness of his heart, not only does all of our repairs at no cost, he doesn't even charge us for materials. And these repairs are expensive. They're very expensive. But he takes care of all of our violins. He also allows us to purchase violins at his cost, so he doesn't make a dime on it. So we're very fortunate. One of the things that I've noticed is that what we're doing seems to collect people with passion. Passion for doing what is right.
Yes.
Mr. Weller and I do not receive a cent from this. We put in lots of time and effort. As a matter of fact, we both put in money from our own pockets. He puts in a lot more than I do, but we both put in money from our own pockets for the cause. So we've been able to collect people with passion, with an interest in promoting opportunities for young people and for doing what is right.
Well, everything that I've read regarding music, it really does stimulate the brain. It helps people learn, regardless of their age. And I think that we are losing so much funding in our school systems, and a lot of these programs are being done away with, that we just don't have anymore. So.
Well, the one thing about the Clark County School District is that it has a magnificent music and arts program. It is
Well, that's good to hear.
In comparison to other districts, anyway.
probably
Right.
second to none in the entire United States. My stance is, belief, it needs to start instrumental music younger. It starts now in 6th grade, and we are starting in 3rd grade. We had started in kindergarten, but then there was recidivism and that sort of thing.
Right.
So we're starting in 3rd grade now with our Violins for Kids program, and it's working very well. By the time these gals get into their into high school, they are heads and shoulders above
No doubt. No
their
doubt.
peers. So
Emma, I'd like to ask you a question. I notice that you've got these little medallions on your tie there. What are they for?
They're pins that they give us to wear them with pride every time we go to concerts
Okay.
or like we go perform somewhere else. That way when people see us, like when we're walking, they recognize where we're from and who we're honoring.
Gotcha. That's very nice. Sabdy. Is that right?
No.
No? Sabdy?
Close enough.
Okay. You'll forgive me?
Yeah.
Okay. How old are you?
12.
You're 12? And how
Yeah.
long have you been playing the violin?
Since I was 5 years.
Wow. So you must be getting pretty good now.
I'm decent.
And Emma, how about you? How old are you?
I'm 11,
Okay. And how long have you been playing?
5 to 6 years.
Pardon me?
5 to 6 years.
5 to 6 years? Wow. So you guys, I can see why you brought them along. You brought the top of the class, the experts, right?
good kids.
They're
Because
excellent.
here shortly they're going to wow us with some of their playing. And I if my understanding is correct, you're going to play Inagata Devita?
Well, no.
No?
No.
No? Oh, what are you going to play? You're going to play the violin?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Do you have a particular song that you really enjoy playing on the violin more than any other? In other words, I love playing this song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah? What is yours?
Mine, I can't pronounce it, so I'm just gonna say it in the English translation. It's A Little Night Music, which is
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, by Mozart.
That's awesome.
I love playing it.
Yes, yeah, Mozart is awesome. And Emma, how about you?
I actually like playing one of my favorite mariachi pieces, which is called El Son de la Negra.
Okay.
Yeah.
And don't you have a mariachi group too?
This year, we started our mariachi group, and we made it a very exclusive group. We get in only by audition, so the young people have to audition to get in. For our first audition, we had 26 individuals that auditioned, and we accepted 9. So we set the bar high, and it's just a really neat thing to see our young people play music that is part of the culture.
Right.
So it's exciting.
Are you play mariachi as well?
Yeah.
Yeah? You like it?
Yes, a lot.
It's a lot more fun than what you normally do in FAYM?
Yeah.
Yeah? No?
No, I don't like mariachi.
You don't like mariachi?
No.
I'm sorry. You don't like mariachi? Well, what would you like to do when you grow up? What kind of work would you like to
I would like to be a lawyer.
Really?
Yeah.
do? Okay. Do you think the violin's going to help you? Do you think that's going to make a difference or make you better or worse? Or are you going to continue to play?
Yeah. I can get cool scholarships, and then I don't have to pay any money
Really?
to get into college.
That's awesome. That is great. And I really, really hope you do. So you think that playing the violin will help you as an attorney?
Maybe.
Maybe? Why do you
Maybe.
think that? How do you think it might help you?
Maybe I could play. I don't know.
You think it might help you concentrate more or relax a little bit? Or
Well, I can't exactly play when I'm doing my job.
No, I understand.
But maybe-
do you know who Sherlock Holmes is?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know that he played the violin?
No.
He played the violin. And, I mean, he's a fictional character,
True.
but he played the violin, and he played it to help stimulate his thinking. And so when he had a particularly tough problem or something, he would start playing. And it helped him kind of get his thoughts in focus. So if you become an attorney, you might want to consider that and give it a try. And then come back and let us know. Okay? And Emma, how about you? What do you think that you'd like to do when you get a little older and have to go out in the world and get a job?
I actually want to be a doctor or a music teacher.
Really? So, kind of like this guy? Yeah?
How about a music therapist? Good combination.
That's and that is a thing.
It sure
Music
is.
therapy is a thing. So, what kind of a doctor? I mean, do you have a specialty in mind? Or?
I was thinking more like kind of like a therapist.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, psychiatrist, psychologist, kind of. Yeah. I could see that. So, and do you think that this will help you?
Yes.
Especially if you know music, huh? So, anyway, that's what happens when you're doing stuff like this, okay? So you guys are going to play for us, right?
Yeah.
What are you going to play for us? Are you both going to play together and play the same thing? Or are you going to each going to play separately?
We're
Yes,
gonna play
we're gonna play
separately.
Okay, but you're not going to play separately at the same time, right? Okay.
No.
All right, who would like to go first?
Why don't
Would you like to
why
go
don't we start with Sabdy? And I'd like to make a comment about Miss Sabdy.
Okay, hang on. Sit still. Go ahead, Art.
Okay, when we start our students, they're beginning students, so we use some very inexpensive violins. As they learn and get better at it, once we see that they're showing promise and that they're really putting their heart and soul into learning and performing, that they come to class prepared, they don't miss class, that they're very, that they're paying attention to learning the music. Once they show us this, they can apply for what we call a golden violin. Miss Sabdy is a recent winner of a golden violin. That means she went through a whole series of expectations in order to earn a golden violin. So what we have done is we took away her inexpensive violin and put into her hands a violin that has a retail value of at least $1,000.
Wow.
Now, you might wonder, what's the big deal? Well, the better quality instrument sounds better, and it just has a much better tone. Why don't you tell us about the difference between your first
I was
instrument
going
and
to
this
ask
one?
you,
yeah,
does
there's
it feel different?
Oh yes, of
Yeah.
course. This violin was bigger because I was growing, and it just sounded fuller, like better. My other violin, I had to admit, whenever someone played it, they would say, "This sounds like a toy," and I had to admit it kind of did. And I felt a huge difference. Like this actually sounds like a real violin.
So it kind of helped stimulate you and make you want to do better and play a little better?
Yeah. With my other violin, I kind of felt like discouraged because it sounded pretty bad.
How did you feel when you got your golden violin?
I was really, really happy because
Yeah?
I worked really hard.
Did you go out and celebrate?
No.
How long, when you first got it and the first time that you got to play it, how long did you play it before you stopped?
A few seconds because I had to go do something.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, so we're going to hear Sabdy first, right?
Yeah.
And we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, you guys are going to be blown away. So thank you. We'll see you in a couple minutes.
Retrospects is a purveyor, if you will, of historical eyewear. Retrospects is located on the second floor, right across from the chandelier bar. So when you look at our store from the outside, it looks like there isn't much going on in here. And then you open the drawers. We actually carry authentic pieces from the late 1890s to the 1990s. We have almost 3,000 pieces in here. It's like a treasure trove reveal. We do have a collection of new glasses that we have reproduced ourselves. It's called the Cuthbert and Chen collection. The safe is our jewel. It's our baby. We love it. It's from 1903. It weighs as much as a car. It's solid steel. We use the safe to hold our most precious pieces, our museum collection, if you will. People come in to find glasses that are not something they're going to find everywhere else. Not something all their friends are wearing, and something that they can tell that story. We sell stories as much as we sell glasses. We have pieces that we can associate with very famous people from history, movies, special events that happened in the past. And some of the favorites are the Ray-Ban shooter that Johnny Depp wore in Fear and Loathing of Las Vegas, the beautiful FAYM France Parisian plastic aviator worn by Bruce Lee in Enter the Dragon. Retrospecs is not just about glasses, it's about the experience, it's about how these glasses make you feel. We are a full-service optical shop, somewhere where guests can come to get repairs, restoration, can put their prescription in, can get them a quick pair of sunglasses for the pool, and can give them a really great, just fun experience.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to proudly present Sabdy Cardon. Whoa, take a bow. Ladies and gentlemen, our next performer is Gema.
Hi, I'm Gema Aguirre, and today I'm going to be playing a relámpago.
Well, I'm blown away. I hope you were too. Guys, you have done an amazing job. Ladies, just phenomenal. You should be so, so proud of yourselves for your age and to have accomplished what you have so far. I can only imagine that what you can do from here. All right, how can the rest of us help your program? What can we do to make this better?
Well, our foundation, as Mr. Weller mentioned earlier, we exist by the kindness and generosity of the public. You can help us financially, you can help us with services, you can help us with instruments. If you have an old violin that you don't know what to do with, we would be more than happy to put it back into the hands of young people that will be able to do something productive with it. You know, we're always looking for people that have skills and abilities that might assist us in our mission. We recently found someone that can do some web work. So
I was going to ask you, do you have a website?
We have a website.
Okay. And if we go to the website, is there a way that we can donate?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, and we'll make sure that information gets out on the website, and it's other than, you know, and I hate to say this, but it's easy to just give money, and the harder thing, or the more important thing, I think sometimes, is time.
Yes.
And is there things that people can do that want to volunteer or want to help? Do you have ways that they can help? Or
especially if an individual has a music background and they would like to come and work with some of our students, or even teach. When we first started, our teachers were 100% volunteers.
Okay.
And at this point, we are paying our teachers. But if someone has a musical talent, musical experience, and would like to share some of that with the kids, it would be wonderful. Even somebody that doesn't have a lot of time but can come over and do like a mini concert for our kids, someone who can show by example.
I had told you during the break that I had a couple of ideas, and that's exactly what I was thinking, and we'll talk after the show. But so what are your plans for the future for FAYM?
Well, we have a summer camp coming up in June. This will be our 5th summer camp, and we have a big enrollment for that, and the kids' orchestra that is very advanced and makes great sounds. And then we have summertime lessons for our youngsters. And then beginning in the fall, we'll enroll again. New students are advised to keep track of our website, which is thefaym, THEFAYM.org or .com. You look for the registration information, which will come out in July, and registration will be in August again.
Cool. Do you have any groups that perform, or do you do performances anywhere, or?
We've performed in several.
She's nodding. I know you must enjoy that, huh?
In several places, we've especially for retirement homes, for people who are shut in, who can't get out and go to concerts.
Oh, cool.
We go and play for them, and they really do enjoy the kids a lot. Las Ventanas and
The North Las Vegas Care Center.
North Las Vegas Care Center. So. And we have our mariachi group, which is now getting out into the into public circulation.
We'll have to have them in here one day.
That would be fun.
It would be fun. Yeah, I love mariachi. So
yep.
You know, I mean, I kind of grew up in L.A. and so you know, I just can't say enough how proud I am to have you guys here, and how much I appreciate you coming in and telling us about your program. And you know that if there's anything that we can do to help, you know, we're here. We'll help you promote whatever you've got going on. And I'd like to encourage all of you, you know, especially when you get to be my age. Back when I was in school, we had band, we had music, we had just so much that took up our time and got us focused. And I think that that's one of the things that you guys are helping do, is helping getting our young people focused on positive things in their life and positive roles. And I'm going to ask this question. I hope I'm not stepping on forbidden territory, but for the most part, do you have any kids that have been in your program that ended up going wrong, I guess, or ended up being bad kids, if you want to call them
that? Not that we know of at all.
Okay.
No, they play violins, and they are not violinists.
Yeah, yeah. So no violence in the street.
No violence.
Just violins.
Only violins.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that'd be a good little show title. Violins in the street. Yeah. You could do a flash mob.
Yes.
You get all your friends together and do a flash mob.
Well, the
That would be
wonderful
fun.
thing about our program too is that the parents are involved.
That was
It's
thank
not
you for bringing that up. I meant to ask you.
It's
that.
not a drop-off program. The parents, especially in the early stages, in the first year of lessons,
Right.
attend the classes, and many parents
They attend the
participate.
classes as well with their.
Oh, absolutely.
And they participate in
Wow.
they have instruments also.
Oh,
many
no
of them.
kidding.
Yeah, we furnished.
Now, see, that would be cool.
Our summer camp has a parent class.
Oh, wow.
And they all play violins, and they really do sound pretty good. And their children correct them. It's a wonderful thing to see.
No.
Not that way.
That's not the way you hold it. Yeah.
Yeah, right. And the parents are very actively involved in fundraising activities. We
That's awesome.
We do all kinds of.
I think that's critical to the success of any program like yours. Is you have to have that, not only the support but the participation of the parents as well.
Right.
Do you think that that's helped make you a little more successful?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it has created a family bond
Right.
that bonds parent and student, and it's really been very helpful. It's so much different than, oh, go take your music lesson, Johnny.
Yeah.
And just drop the child off. So
When I was learning to play the trumpet.
you too.
Yeah, and it was like out in the garage.
Yes.
You know,
Right.
I don't care. I know you got a mute in it. Out in the garage.
Yep.
But so you understand.
Yeah, exactly.
Is there anything else you'd like to share? Because we're kind of running out of time. Let me ask the ladies first. Anything that you'd like to share with the people out there and everybody? We have millions and millions of people that are watching this all over the world. Well, 500,000 anyway. Right? So,
At least.
at least, right. So what would you like to share? What would you like people to know about this program that what's it done for you?
Well, this program has done a lot of things for me. It has changed me in many ways because before I used to be a shy kid, and now ever since I joined this program, I get to communicate with more people and know how it is to be around in groups and how teamwork works.
Cool.
Okay, let me just tell you, FAYM is awesome. Right now in school, I'm in the advanced orchestra, and I think I'm doing pretty well there. I don't think I could have ever gotten there without FAYM, because who could have taught me that? Only FAYM. And really, I don't know where I'd be without FAYM. Like, I'd be in like a beginner orchestra, probably last chair, be that one kid who's like playing really badly.
That was me, by the way.
Like that one kid that everyone's like, oh, that's the kid that can't play his instrument.
So cool. Gentlemen, any last words? I don't mean last words, but
We would just invite those who are passionate about music to come and to the East Las Vegas Community Center or the Pearson Center. Those are the two places that we give lessons, and observe these kids and talk to the parents and become involved. If you have an instrument that is not being used, we could put it to very good use.
and it's strictly violins. That's all that you're dealing
Violins,
with.
violas,
Oh,
cellos, and now basses.
Perfect.
We
Okay.
have turned into a string orchestra now.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Well, that's about it, folks. I really thank you for joining us again today, and I would like to thank all of my guests: Art, Hal, Gema, Sabdy. Thank you all for sharing your music with us, and gentlemen, thank you for doing what you do.
And thank you,
Thank
John.
you.
And,
Thank you for your time.
These people are perfect examples of how to do it with Stiles. Thank you.
Nice work, John.